At the movie start, Sister Mary sneaks into the superior's bedroom and takes some keys. She tries to escape the locked gates of the convent but gets scared when she sees 4 people in hoods coming towards her. She manages to get out, but one of them grabs her leg and breaks it. Later, she wakes up trapped in a coffin and screams for help. But no one hears her as she is buried alive. Isabel tells Cecilia that the convent was built on top of some old tunnels and they're not allowed down there. When they get to Cecilia's room, Isabel says their work is hard, physically and emotionally. She tells Cecilia she doesn't have to take her vows that night if she doesn't want to and can leave to ask forgiveness. Gallo are waiting. They ask if Cecilia had a relationship before joining the convent. She denies it, but they reveal she's pregnant, calling it a miracle. They start treating Cecilia like the next Virgin Mary. But Gwen and Isabel aren't happy. Cecilia notices a tooth fell out while she's sick in her second trimester. During a bath, Isabel tries to drown Cecilia out of jealousy, but other nuns stop her. Isabel insists they try again. The doctor says the baby seems fine after a checkup. Cecilia worries about Isabel's words and wants to see another doctor and go to a hospital. But Tedeschi says she's fine and staying at the convent is safest. Later, Cecilia sees 2 red-veiled nuns watching her from a window. One nun jumps off the roof, and Cecilia finds out it's Isabel who killed herself. Gwen warns Cecilia about the convent, and when she tries to speak out, Tedeschi and Deacon Enzo stop her. In Cecilia's room, a painting falls, revealing a Bible verse hinting something is wrong. Cecilia checks her file in the cardinal's office and finds out about her childhood accident. She hears screams and sees a hooded figure cutting out Gwen's tongue. The elder nun quiets Cecilia and gives her something, hinting she won't ever leave the convent. The next day, Cecilia screams, covered in blood, and Tedeschi takes her to the hospital. Mother Superior finds a chicken feather under Cecilia's bed and a dead chicken hidden there. She tells Tedeschi Cecilia is faking the miscarriage. They bring her back and tie her up. Tedeschi admits he was a geneticist and used DNA from the Holy Nail relic to impregnate nuns, hoping for a new messiah. He admits that it took them 20 years of trial and error, often resulting in malformed fetuses, until they achieved success with Cecilia. Tedeschi then leads her to a room where he, with the help of Enzo, brands a cross into Cecilia's foot, a symbol also present on many of the other nuns. During the 3rd trimester, Cecilia confronts the cardinal, questioning how long he has been targeting her and what will happen when their plan is complete. In the midst of this conversation, one of Cecilia's nails becomes loose, prompting her to remove it entirely, as she asserts that this is not the work of God. In response, the cardinal challenges her, asking if this is not the will of God, then why does God not intervene to stop them? After a few days, when Cecilia finds herself alone with Mother Superior in her room, she strikes on her head with the crucifix, causing her to fall to the ground. In a fit of rage, Cecilia then gets up from her bed and brutally beats Mother Superior to death with the crucifix. But as Cecilia attempts to escape, her water breaks. She then approaches Cardinal and strangles him with her rosary, and despite Cardinal's efforts to break free, she successfully kills him. Dr. Callo witnesses the act and flees the scene. Cecilia then proceeds to Tedeschi's lab and douses it in ethanol. As Tedeschi approaches Cecilia, he sees the lighter in her hand and tries to reason with her, saying her death would solve anything. But Cecilia feels a sharp pain and hits him on the head when he tries to take the lighter. She locks him in the lab and sets the ethanol on fire. Thinking Tedeschi is dead, Cecilia runs into the catacombs under the convent. Tedeschi survives and pursues her. While hiding, Cecilia finds Gwen's mutilated body, terrifying her. Cecilia finds an exit, but Tedeschi catches her before she can escape. Tedeschi tries to cut Cecilia's stomach open with a scalpel, but she stabs him in the throat with the Holy Nail relic, which she had previously stolen from the chapel. After finally emerging from the catacombs, Cecilia collapses to her knees and gives birth. Horrified by the sight of her child, who makes gurgling and growling noises while gasping for air, she bites through the umbilical cord herself. Stumbling away, Cecilia grabs a nearby rock and uses it to end the life of the creature. And the movie ends here.